Everybody loves the mall. It's filled with shops galore where we can waste all our money. So today I'm building a mall in BLOXBURG. This idea came from N2, so thank you so much for the idea. I think the name should be My Mall. Everybody wants a piece of my mall. P.S. I will go broke. Okay, guys, as you can see, this is what we have to work with. The first step, though, of any building is to add in the walls. Also, you're probably wondering, Reese's, how are you going to build an entire mall in one video? Well, simply, I'm just not going to be doing every shop today. Look at me trying to be a maths genius, work out like how much space I need for there to be a balcony on the top floor. I think that's a little bit thin. They're going to have to be Slenderman. But there we go. I think...
Sure, I understand.
Siri, do not interrupt me. So the exterior is not going to be like the prized possession. It is going to be the interior. I know exactly what to use. Escalators. I don't think I've actually ever used these guys, so it's going to be quite a fun experience. And we've already cracked through the $1 million. Oh, this is going to be so expensive. And now it's time for the floor. And if you think I'm going to be basic here, you can actually think again. I've gone for a 1 block outline. Then if we make this into like a grey marble, excuse me, sorry, that's probably these waffles have for breakfast. They do look nice though, don't they? I made them all myself. Not me messing it up when we're 1 minute into the video. Actually, no, I don't think I did. I think it's just the lighting trying to troll me. Then I'm going to continue to add little sections of flooring here and there. Then for the rest of the floor, it's just going to be white. And it looks a little bit trashy in build mode. But if you press H, you can actually remove the grid. And how much better does this look? It looks a little bit like a traffic cone from a parallel universe. I am loving it. I think we should probably go to the outside now because we kind of did just skip it. These little lines here are actually representative of pillars. So I feel like the only way we're going to fix this very bulky looking outline is with pillars. So the rule of thumb is that you shouldn't really have a flat wall longer than about 5. And look at that one. Essentially what I'm going to do here is grab a bunch of these pillars. And the key here is if you're like trying to copy this mall or do this trick, make sure they're not poking through the inside wall. And each one I'm going to pull down by just 1 block. And I'm literally just crossing my fingers here that we have enough room. The next step is just to color these anything you like. And then we just have to copy that on the other side. Then we can quickly copy that on the other side. This mall is on fire because it looks so good. Lastly, to add a little bit of definition, we are just going to have some wooden planks. Now it's time to add actually some windows because apparently we forgot what windows are. It is absolutely essential that we use these ones. If we didn't, I feel like I would be locked away because it's just a crime. Got to use these ones, please. I like these windows. They're nice. They're different. They're unusual. I should really go back to geometry class because I cannot do maths to save my life. There we go. An escalator fits now. And then I've put windows, but we still have room for a sign. And does anybody else's items take ages to load nowadays? Like, the clock's ticking. It ain't got all day. As you can see, I'm being pretty basic here, just using this cube. I'm simply just adding a painting onto the cube. And then, did you know you can actually resize all of this together, which is pretty handy. Oh, that looks dandy. To resemble a bit of fanciness, you know malls always try to act like they're fancy when they're really just absolute tacky places with gum everywhere. I'm going to put these big pillars. Ooh. I don't know if these match. The thing is, I have to go into fly mode to zoom out because this is so big. I actually don't really think they match. And that's okay. Sometimes we make mistakes. Some mistakes are made. That's all right. That's okay. Do not judge the outside, guys. This is basically an interior build. I just didn't want to leave you hanging on the outside. Before the DIA, or whatever they're called, sewer, let's add some railings so people aren't flying off the banisters at our brandly opened mall. Brandly? Is brandly a word? Oh my gosh, do you know what I want to do? A 24-hour overnight in a mall? I would so do that. It literally looks so fun. And fun fact, guys, in England, we don't have malls. Well, technically we do, but we don't call them malls. We call them shopping centres. Can my watch stop telling me to stand up? Anyway, as you notice, I made some curvature along this back wall. And that is for a multitude of things. First of all, more windows. Oh my gosh, no. No! There's no way I made this whole thing uneven. No, I'm going to scream. You know, earlier when I was paranoid about this, Not me messing it up. I was right to be, but don't worry, it's quite an easy fix, to be fair. And you might be wondering what this is for. First of all, we got to put a fountain. I was contemplating adding a play area in here because some malls have that. I just couldn't do it to myself. Instead, we're adding a Dunkin' Donuts. So yes, this is going to be like the first shop. You know how they have random stands, and honestly, the stands are like the best part. First of all, we're going to need a nice, big, juicy sign. Most important part is obviously the advertising. So here's a little lesson for you here. If you ever want to start your own business, have advertising. So they will often have like platters of the donuts ready for you. Sometimes, you know, those people who are like, free sample. That is essentially what these donuts here are going to be. We're actually making this pretty bougie by having stools. And I love watching food made. Hence why I've added some cookers. Disconnected. Sorry, I just couldn't handle my Dunkin' Donut. We are back in business, and apparently a bunch of the Dunkin' Donuts has like built itself. Don't really remember adding these cash registers. That is actually quite scary. And do you want to know what my recent obsession has been lately? It's been watching crazy Karen videos on TikTok. I'm sorry, they are so funny.
It is not illegal to yell here. Excuse me.
And why do they all happen in the mall? Also, I'm trying to add banners, but they just constantly keep deleting. I just want to add some Dunkin' banners. This is quite an achievement. It's our first stand done. Now, as I so elegantly start to make a massive plant pot, let me just explain how this mall series kind of is going to work. In today's video, as you can see, we're just basically building the main section of the mall and, of course, the exterior. However, if you guys really love this video, then I will build individual shops and stuff, a little bit like my town series. So if you are enjoying this, then do smash the like button. And wow, this really is looking like a mall, I think. Just to be a little bit sneaky. Should we put something in here? Should we put like an Easter egg? When I finish this, I'll probs invite you guys in. Only the true fans will know it's in here. Now let's just copy and paste. All right, yes! $11,000. Jamie to God, that's the most expensive thing I've ever bought. Now for a little teaser. We're not obviously going to build in the shops, but we need to build ways to get in them. So if we just temporarily move these plants, then I think our best bet for every store is going to be commercial. So I really like these sliding ones. Oh, and if you're wondering what these random things are here, these are basically going to be security boxes. I know I keep getting distracted, but we might as well build them while we're here. I get so scared when I see security at the mall. I don't even know why. I just feel like I've done something even then I haven't. We will use this traditional frame. Oh, that's nice. That's different. That's unusual. Basically, they just have a couple of desks. They have these huge computer screens, and we can have these very BLOXBURG looking chairs. The final thing in here is going to be that iconic confiscation shelf. You know, there's always those annoying little brats in a mall who are just playing around with like their basketball, and you're just like, shut up, please. There we go. That is that done. Let's just make it on this side. Ta-da! And this actually leads me to something I was going to do earlier. Nutcracker men. Oh my God, he's invisible. Dumbledore, is that you? Hello, Harry. We're going to use these as the security guards. But also, if you look up any picture of mall, there's normally like 1 billion people. So I was thinking once we've done it, we can just add a bunch of nutcrackers and it will look like all the people walking around the mall. We also need to decide a name for our mall. I kind of want to call it Fountain Gate. It's from a show called Kath and Kim, which I absolutely love. Oh, baby. This is going to look absolutely beautiful when all of the stores are inside. I'm actually going to steal this sign from Dunkin', and I think this should basically just be above every single store. We can have McDonald's, we can have the Apple store, we can have Boots. And if my calculations are correct, there's 8 shops on the ground floor, which means there can be 8 on the top floor. And speaking of the top floor, we haven't even added a roof. If it started raining, we would all get soaking sodden wet. So I have a perfect idea for what to do for the roof. So you've just got to trust the process with this. We're going to put a flat roof over the shops. Then if we go into the other roofs, we can whip out this bad boy, the Mansard Skylight roof. And we can actually give this quite a bit of height and quite a bit of width. It's very, very expensive, but golly gosh. That has actually improved this by a gazillion %. We've got to get really modern here. So you might be confused when I reach for the elderly light. I think these should be studded all along the top. If we make them wide, they do actually look quite modern, you see. And we've obviously got to sneak some under the floor. This would not be a true Reese's video without some hidden underfloor lighting. Like I keep saying, the main aim of today's video is just to get this middle bit done. I think to do this, we obviously need a couple more plants. And you might notice they're a little bit like uneven, but that's kind of more realistic. And I get so tired walking around the shopping centre, so I'm gonna make sure there's lots of benches to sit on. I think we have space here for another little pop-up shop. Another favourite of mine is the jewellery store. You know, they look a little bit like this and they sell necklaces and stuff. They're always so overpriced, but they're just irresistible. We literally won't make it too big at all, just about 3 blocks wide. And it's kind of handy because BLOXBURG literally added necklaces and stuff. I love buying like jewelry from pop-up stands because I feel like it might be magical or something, you know, from like H2O. Leo, Emma and Ricky. We'll have some blue LED lights along the front. And oh my gosh, I've just remembered such a funny comment somebody left. They said, if you want to have a chef, make Gordon Ramsay on a decal. Then when we go in and change them, I'm going to see if we can find Gordon Ramsay. And I'm going to do the same for this jewelry store. We'll see if we can find like a person to actually work here. And I was about to say, what else do we need to do? Reese's, maybe actually add the rest of the doors. It's very therapeutic building this. I feel like I'm in a therapy session. It might seem strange what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna add a coffee table, like just in the middle here. And the most dangerous thing we could put in a mall filled with 1 billion people is a candle. So let's do it. I'm gonna go into garden. I'm gonna search up tree. And basically a life hack is you just make them at different sizes. Then we can just scatter these around. It's really actually quite fun to do. It looks a little bit mad, but I like the view.
I like the view.
And then just to fix the roof on the front, because as you can see, it doesn't look too good. Just follow the roof all the way around and then pull it up a little bit. We don't have a way to get in yet. We don't have our lovely brick road getting us here. And here's where we can actually get real. I'm going to use bushes and I'm actually going to use the hydrangea ones. I've never understood these. They look like little Easter eggs. Something else I rarely do in my videos, but should probably do more, is add a car park, especially when it's a place like the mall. Car parks are actually really like fun to build. Wee, 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 wee. And wow, just adding that at the front has already enhanced it by a gazillion. I think we're definitely in need of these literal diamond plated plants outside though. I still can't get over how expensive these are. And so I don't feel so lonely, I'm gonna put some nutcracker men in. And I'm just scouring for empty spaces. The only really empty space is at the back here. I was thinking we could have just a little seating zone. I think that is good for episode 1 of our little mall series. Okay, chickens, welcome to the grand opening and now hiring mall. I'm joking, we are far from ready to open. No, but seriously, the exterior of this place actually turned out pretty decent. As you can see, we already have a couple of fake cars parked up out here. Very bougie cars, actually. And so let's go through the revolving door. Oh, I missed. I actually hate revolving doors. Anyway, here is our view. Oh, looks like we're going back around. As I was saying, here is our view as we walk in. I mean, it's incredible. Obviously, when all the shops are lit up with things inside, it's gonna look 100 times better. But for now, we have the security office. This is where I would sit. Chief of the police department over here. I would sit here, I'll be on the phone to the po-po. And that is the same on the opposite side. Now, I've made some makeshift signs, as you can see. These are not going to be the final store names. I'm actually going to let you guys pick them. I just put these as so you can get the gist. But I really am a huge fan of this center area with the plants, the escalators. Let's actually try them out. Ooh, I didn't know they actually would work. Oh my gosh, I'm being so stupid. One needs to go the other way as well. And then this is how you're going to be able to get down. And behind here is where it gets exciting. So we have this very excitable looking cashier here, and this is called Raspberry Avenue. This is where you can basically buy jewelry, only $1. And just behind here we have Dunkin' Donuts, and apparently Gordon Ramsay's working here. Oh my god, Gordon, you've got some big muscles there, Gordon. So we can sit here, and apparently it must be the end of the day because there's only 1 donut left on display, and we can eat this while Gordon stares at us. But yeah, this is truly an incredible build for me. And like I said, this is probably only episode 1. If you guys do want this mall series to continue and me to build shops and stuff, just subscribe and comment down below what shop I should build. But in the meantime, thanks to everybody who watched this, and I'll see you all next time.